Hi there, it's me Joe again, and today I'd like to talk to you about things that are cold. Alright, so these are all things that are cold or can be cold. Alright, the first one is ice. Alright, so ice, it can either be found outside on the ground, right, or on a pond, right? Water has frozen and you can go skating on it. Alright, if it's on the roads, then it's very difficult to drive on and you must be careful. Inside your house, it can be in the freezer, and it's great for breaking apart and putting in your drinks. All right. Another similar thing that is cold is snow. All right. Here in Canada, my country, we get lots and lots and lots of snow every winter. All right. Many of my students come from southern and more warmer climates, and they love snow. They come here, and it's very exciting to see it. But after a few months of snow, they get pretty tired of it too. All right? Okay. Another thing that can be cold is the weather. All right? It's a cold day. All right? So the temperature is very low. So it's cold weather today. All right? So when I say cold, my version of cold can be a lot different from other people. I talk to people on Facebook, and they say, "Oh, Joe, it's so cold in my city nowadays." And I say, "What's the temperature?" They say, "Oh, only about 20 degrees. It's 20 degrees. That's a very nice day where I come from. A cold day in Canada would be about -10 or lower. Okay, that's cold weather. Another thing that can be cold is a cold wind. All right. When we're talking about temperature in Canada, we talk about it in a couple of ways. The temperature is what the thermometer says, so it says, hey, it's -10 degrees. But if it's windy out, then the wind makes it feel colder. We've got a different temperature gauge called the wind chill effect. And so on the weather channel or on the news, when they're talking about weather, they'll say, tomorrow is going to be -10, but it's going to feel like -22, all right, because of the wind, all right? So I don't really like cold winds. Another thing that can be cold is a cold reception. All right. So when you walk into a room or into a house or into a party, you want a warm reception. You want people to welcome you. So, hey, how are you? It's nice to see you again. That's a warm reception. But if you get a cold reception, then people say, hey, oh, it's you. All right. So then you're not welcome. Maybe you've done something wrong or said something bad. So you're getting a cold reception. All right. Another thing that you can get, very similar, is a cold, hard stare. All right. So if you've done something really bad and somebody really disapproves of it, is disappointed in you, say for example your mother or your father, then you'll get a cold, hard stare. Right. That means they'll just stare at you for a long time, and there's no look of warmth or happiness on their face. It's just anger. All right? That's a cold, hard stare. All right? The last thing that can be cold is drinks. All right? And these are especially delicious and wonderful in the summer. All right? So nothing more wonderful than on a hot day and you're sitting outside and somebody gives you a cold drink of lemonade. Oh, it's so refreshing. All right? So those are all different things that can be cold or are cold. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Until next time, bye-bye.